Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Liz. If you are new to my channel, I hope that you will subscribe. I post videos at least 3 days a week. Today I am going to be reviewing and demonstrating a bunch of new products from Lorac Cosmetics. Lorac is one of my favorite makeup brands, one of the first brands that I really got into. I think the Lorac Pro palette was like the first, or one of the first high-end eyeshadow palettes that I went to the store and bought, so it's holds a special place in my heart because of that, and their quality is just always off the charts. I always love everything that Lorac does. So I'm just going to go over everything I got with little reviews of what I think about them so far. I'm going to show you swatches, and then I also do have a demonstration at the end of this video of me applying all of the products to my face. I use the eyeshadow palette, the bronzers, the highlighters, and the eyeliners. So if you want to see how I achieved this look that I have on today, just stay till the end of the video and I will show you how I did it. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Take Me to Tantego bronzer palette. This is what it looks like, and this is a limited edition product. The Take Me to Tantego line is their summer line, and the packaging is just so cute on this. It has a little airplane that says Arrived Tantego on it. There's a mirror in here. This packaging is exactly like the packaging from their unzipped blush palette. So if you're familiar with that, it's the same deal, same mirror, same size, 4 pans there, and then you have 4 bronzers. So the first bronzer you have here is called Tan Antonio. This is a lighter matte bronzer. The next one is called Tantego. This is a little bit darker matte bronzer. Then you have Cabo Tan Lucas, which is a lighter shimmery bronzer with a lot of gold in it. And then the next one is Tanta Cruz, which is darker, shimmery, almost a little bit cooler toned, almost like, I don't know how to describe that, but it's a very unique kind of a bronzer shade. So you have quite a nice variety in here. I love that they have 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. I do feel like this is definitely a bronzer palette, not really a contour palette. I did try to do a little bit of contouring with it today in the look that you'll see at the end of the video, but it's not, the tones are not dark enough or cool toned enough to be contouring tones on my skin tone. So if you have a different skin tone, maybe lighter, they might work a little bit better, but for the most part, it's really good for warming up the face. Tan Antonio is really light. It's almost my skin tone, but I did find that it worked really well for warming up the outer parts of my forehead, like you'll see in the demonstration, just because I guess that's where maybe my skin is naturally a little bit darker, so when I put the foundation on, my foundation lightens up that area, so it's the perfect tone for that. I feel like I'm doing this a lot, but I find that they are really nice and soft and very blendable, and I really like this palette. I love the shade selection, so I'm definitely going to be using this a lot this summer. And I forgot to mention this brush. This brush actually came with the Take Me to Tantego bronzer palette. So this is just a bronzer brush. It's really soft and fluffy, and it reminds me a lot of this brush, which I use every single day. This is my Arbonne bronzer brush. Well, it's actually called a cheek brush, but I use it for bronzer. And it's really the same exact design, and this is my go-to every day, so I'm really excited for this. I did use it today, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's weird because it's a little bit shorter than I'm used to, but other than that, I think it's a really great brush, so it's awesome that they included that. Lorac did that with their contour palette too. They gave you a brush included with it, and I just love that. I feel like that just makes it so much more worth the money. Next I got their Take Me to Tantego Front of the Line Pro Eye Pencil Set. There are 3 eyeliners in here. We have the shades Antique Gold, Teal, and Rose Bronze. I'm gonna swatch these right now because they're so beautiful. I actually swatched these in Ulta and then went ahead and ordered them, added them to my order, because I didn't think that I needed them until I swatched them, and then I realized that I did need them because they're beautiful, and they lasted on my hand swatched all day. They didn't rub off or anything. It was just perfect. So there's the swatches. So I mean, it's pretty obvious which color is which. The only thing that I do want to note is that the liners are definitely a black base with glitter in them. This one looks a lot more red on camera than it does in the swatch. On the swatch, it looks like a black eyeliner with red glitter in it. And same with the blue one. The gold one, I think, has more gold base in the eyeliner, if that makes sense, but all of them have a lot of glitter in them, which I think is great for summer. You know, I think this is a fun little set to have just for fun. I mean, it's definitely probably not an everyday eyeliner, but it really does accentuate those fun summer looks. I also adore the packaging on these. So the top comes right off. They twist up, which is just so nice. I just love that so much, especially in any high-end product. That's kind of what you expect. And then, as if that wasn't cool enough, you have a sharpener on the end. Can't ask for more. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I'm pretty sure this is brand new on their line. I'm not 100% sure, but I've never seen them before. So of course I had to get one, and that is their Lightsource Illuminating Highlighters. This is the shade Daylight, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful light, sort of golden toned highlighter. And it's just so beautiful. It reflects the light amazingly. It reminds me a little bit of Becca highlighters and just the formula and finish and stuff. So beautiful. I'm so excited. I love this packaging. It's like magnetized, so it doesn't have a clasp, so you don't have to like dig your nails in to open it. It just kind of slides open. So I love that a lot. It's so classy. It's so thin and cute, and I love it. I did wear it today. Again, you'll see that in the demonstration as well. But so far, love it. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is probably what I'm going to spend most of the time in this video talking about, and that is the Lorac Pro 3 eyeshadow palette. I am going to show you swatches of every single color in this palette. I'm also going to show you comparisons of the past Lorac Pro palettes and any duplicate colors in this palette from other Lorac palettes. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time talking about the quality of this palette, because I'll just tell you straight out that I absolutely love it, and I knew I would because I love the other Lorac Pro palettes, so there was no question in my mind that I would love this, and I do. The formulation of the shadows is pretty much exactly the same as the other Pro palettes, so if you don't like that, if you think they're too soft or too powdery, which a lot of people do, then you won't like this. But I personally think they're wonderful. I love it. I use them all the time. I still reach for my old Pro palettes all the time, so I will absolutely be getting a lot of use out of this palette. So starting with the top row from left to right, we have Blanc, Canvas, Cool Taupe, and Pink Nude. The next four we have Clay, Terracotta, Dark Brown, and Jet Black. The first four on the bottom row we have Light Gold, Almond Pearl, Medallion, and Light Pewter. And the last four on the bottom row we have Amethyst, Rose Bronze, Dark Mocha, and Truffle. I also wanted to quickly mention this is the box that it comes in, and it comes with a free behind the scenes eyeshadow primer, which I did wear today. I use all the time. I like it a lot. Again, just a nice little extra that Lorac includes in their products. So let's do some comparisons to past Pro palettes. So this is the Lorac Pro 3. This is the Lorac Pro 2, and this is the Lorac Pro Original. You can see the level of wear gets heavier and heavier as I go through these because I've just used them so much. Okay, so here are all three lined up. They just line up so nicely, don't they? So I will tell you right off the bat, there are no duplicates in the Lorac Pro 3. If you have Lorac Pro 1 and or 2, you will not be getting any duplicates if you get number 3. This is the Lorac Pro Matte palette. This is a little mini 8-pan palette that is actually still available at Ulta, and the shade Jet Black in here is the same as the Jet Black in the Pro 3 palette, and I think it's nice because it's a little bit darker, more intense black than the black in the other Pro palettes, so I don't mind that that's in there, but it is a duplicate. And that's actually it. I thought there were more. I honestly thought that there was some duplicates in the Mega Pro palettes, but there's not. So if you have the Mega Pro palettes or any of Lorac palettes, you're not going to be getting any duplicates except for that Jet Black, which is really a good color to have in any palette. So as far as the color selection, I think that it is a very neutral palette. They did a good job of having some warm and some cool tone shades in here, which is really nice, so you can kind of pick and choose what kind of look you want in that way. But there's not a lot of bright colors. There's not any bright colors in here. A lot of the lid shades are kind of similar. You still can get a variety, but it's not going to be as big of a variety as some other palettes or some other of the Lorac Pro palettes. So I personally like the color selection. I like to have an array of browns to choose from in one palette. I think that's really nice. And I think the shimmery shades are really beautiful. They did a really good job of choosing these. I wouldn't have minded a teeny bit more variety, but overall I really do like this. So if I had to give this palette a grade, I would give it a solid A because I love it. Yeah, solid A. The eyeliners I would probably give a A- just because I wouldn't mind if they had more of that color in the base rather than just the glitter, but either way I think they are beautiful and really fun for summer. This Take Me to Tantego bronzer palette that comes with the brush, I would also give an A-. I love the brush, I love the packaging. The only thing that's a little bit weird for me is just I don't know how necessary a bronzer palette like this is going to be for everybody. I don't know if a lot of people are going to find that they want 4 different shades of bronzer like this. I personally am going to use them all, but I think a lot of people just go for 1 or 2 shades. You know, they don't need 4, so that's why I go for the A minus. But other than that, I really do like this. So the highlighter I'm going to give an A+. I was going to give it a solid A because there's no mirror in it, but I realized I actually don't mind that because that way I can see the color, and I almost always will have a mirror in something else that I'm using. So I love that I can see the color of the highlighter through the packaging. The packaging is fantastic. It's really perfect. I really love this highlighter, so A+ for this guy. Alright guys, if you want to see my quick little demonstration tutorial first impressions on using these products for the first time, just keep on watching. Okay, I'm going to start with this shade Canvas right here. And I'm just taking this e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush. And I forgot to mention I did prime my eyes with the Lorac Primer, the Lorac, what is it called? I forget what it's called. The Lorac Eyeshadow Primer that comes with this palette. I have one that I've been using for a while that I just used that today just so I could know how it works, how they work together. Okay, so I just put that all over basically from top to bottom on my lid eye space, just to kind of create a blank canvas. Now I'm gonna go in with terracotta right here and kind of put that in the crease, I think. I'm just using the same e.l.f. brush. So I'm putting it like right above the crease to kind of start that gradation or whatever you call it, like kind of start that illusion of deepening the crease. Next, I'm going to take just a little bit of cool taupe and put that kind of, I don't know how to explain where I want to put it, you'll see. Right there. Now I'm just taking a clean blending brush and I'm going to blend, blend, blend. And I might actually add some more color on this brush in a minute, we'll see. Now I'm going to use the shade Blanc on my brow bone. And just blending this out a little bit. I really like that Blanc shade. That's perfect, and it's matte, so it's just the perfect little highlight. Now I have to pick a lid color or a lid look, and I just don't know, you guys. What should I pick? I'm kind of torn between Medallion and Rose Bronze or Light Pewter. Oh my gosh, they're all so pretty. I'm gonna start with Rose Bronze on the lid, and I'm gonna start with it in the middle of the lid, and I'm probably gonna end up adding a few more of these just because I can't help it. This is from Sonia Kashuk. It was in the limited edition collection, so I'm not sure exactly what to call it. Okay, so that's really pretty. I also want to show you how powdery this is. I mean, it's really powdery. It's not a surprise. All the rock shadows are like that, but very powdery. I'm going to go in with Almond Pearl right here and put that on the inner corner. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Amethyst and put that on the outer corner. Now I'm going to take light gold and brighten up that inner corner even more. Okay, now I'm going to quick finish up my eyes and I will be right back. So I just added this Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara, and I wanted to do a little bit more to the lower lash line, so I'm going to do that. Just for fun, I'm going to take the shade Pink Nude and put that under my lower lash line to kind of brighten things up. I've been liking putting a lighter, brighter shade under there. It really kind of lifts up my eyes. So I really like this look. Normally I put more like mascara and stuff on the lower lash line, but I think I'm gonna pass up on that today and just leave it like it is because I really like the eye look. So now let's move on to the face products. So we have this Take Me to Tantego bronzer palette. Very excited for this one. I'm gonna start with let's start with the lightest shade, Tan Antonio, right there, and it's a matte one. And I'm just gonna do some light contouring. And I'm using the brush that came with the bronzer set that reminds me a lot of my brush that I normally use for bronzing, so hopefully this works. That pretty much blends into my skin tone. That's not really creating much of a contour or a bronze. Try it over here. A little bit. I'm gonna try it on my forehead too because I just want to see. Oh, I like that. I like that on the forehead a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna take Tantego. Yeah, that one shows up a little better. This brush is kind of awkward. I think because it's shorter than I'm used to. Alright, so I'm not going to use any of the shimmery bronzers just yet because I want to first use this beauty right here. This is one of their new highlighters in the shade Daylight. It is called the Illuminating Highlighter. And I'm going to start with this smaller fan brush. This one is by BH Cosmetics. So I just wanted to start with all matte products in my face just to see how much shimmer this brings out. Oh, yes. Wow, I like that. That's cool. That'll do. Now I'm going to take this. This is actually a contour brush by Luxie, but I'm going to use it to just blend out the highlight a little bit. Okay, I love that glow. That's fantastic. Now I'm going to take, which one of these? I think I'm going to take Cabo Tan Lucas, the lighter shimmery bronzer. Just kind of add that in there just for fun. There we go. I like that face look a lot. Okay, so I just realized I forgot about these eyeliners. That's why I subconsciously didn't do my lower lash line, because I wanted to use these. Even though I'm staring right at them, I forgot them. So, so I have 3 eyeliners from there. I think it's from the Tantego line. I'm going to use this one. This is called Antique Gold. I think this will go with my look the best. Twist up, so cool. Okay, so I just put the eyeliner on my lower my waterline. I know I said I liked it, but I'm getting a little weird about not having anything on my lower lashes, so I'm just gonna put a little mascara on, just a little bit. Alright, so I just applied the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lippy in Dopey, and I put on a little bit of blush. This is by Studio Makeup, and this is in the shade Wildflower. How appropriate. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. That helps other beauty lovers find me in the YouTube world. And again, make sure you're subscribed. I post videos at least 3 days a week. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of these products. Are you going to buy them? Are you going to pass on them? Was there one that you liked more than the other? And let me know what else you would like to see from me. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all, and I will talk to you again very soon.